The real problem is not in Greenland, not in Russia, not in China. The real problem is in the decision that has not been officially announced yet. If this decision were to be revealed to the world, everyone would understand why Europe is moving today without any real purpose. Everyone would understand why NATO remains silent and why Greenland has inevitably fallen into America's hands. So why am I saying this? What is the upcoming scenario? This is what I will reveal today. Stay with us. Dear viewers, peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. Welcome to our program today in this renewed episode, God willing, of the series Opinion Today, dear viewers. All the talk is now focused on Greenland Island because American media outlets are reporting that the United States military is preparing to launch a military operation aimed at invading and taking control of this island. There is even actually America. There are reports that the American President Trump has tasked the United States Army Special Operations Command with developing a plan and carrying out this mission. American newspapers say that the great success achieved by America in Venezuela means the arrest and kidnapping of the Venezuelan president, Maduro. This encouraged Trump today to repeat this operation by taking control of Greenland and this threat that he will take over Greenland and so on. The important thing is that all the indications really suggest that America is preparing for an upcoming military action, preparing for an imminent American invasion that will take place in Greenland. Therefore, dear viewers, the countries of the European Union, along with Britain as well, have now started to move in order to strengthen their military presence in the Arctic. These three countries, especially Britain, France and Germany, started consultations today with each other in order to they said they will send troops, they will send warships, they will send military aircraft to Greenland and to the Arctic region. But just so everyone knows, this European move is not to confront America, not at all to repel any American invasion of Greenland. This move is to send a message to Trump that the Europeans are actually capable of confronting him and deterring any Russian attack in the Arctic region. I mean, if Trump always says that Greenland is in danger and that Russia or China could easily take control of Greenland, and that Denmark and the Europeans have done nothing to protect this island. So now they want to send a reassuring message to Trump that they are doing that now and they will send troops and that they are capable of defending it and that there's no need to worry and so on. But what some people may not have understood and what Europe perhaps still hasn't understood at all until today is that Trump actually doesn't just have this one obsession. America has other goals in Greenland. The most important thing is that it doesn't want to enter the next major war. Why does it want to annex Greenland? Today? Why does it want to? Why Greenland? To be American and not European. Because if it remains European, it will be a target for Russia or a target for China when the big war breaks out. So pay close attention when the Europeans say they will send ships, submarines, and NATO forces there. This means that these forces, these planes and so on are French, German, American and British. This means that these forces will be targeted by the Russians if a major war breaks out between Russia and Europe, and as a result, the island will then be in the hands of the Russians, in a very easy and simple way. America does not want this scenario at all. America wants to control the island so that it becomes American, and therefore, when the major war between Russia and the Europeans begins, the island will be far from this war. America will remain only in the position of an observer or spectator from afar. That is why I consider this European move to be a failure from the start. America will never back down from this goal. Even the Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte, completely rejected any confrontation with Atrab. He did not make any statement or response to these American threats because basically, when we talk about NATO, we are first and foremost talking about America. Without America, this alliance would not exist. So when the country that leads this alliance comes out and says it wants to annex this island, that means it's settled. Well, there's no way for these other countries in the alliance to confront the leader who leads them. What can they do? Nothing at all. Will they send troops to fight America there at all? Are they capable of confronting America militarily? Not at all. Even when they talk about sending French and British troops to Ukraine, are they really serious about that? Not at all. I mean, without American troops, they absolutely cannot send any troops to Ukraine. The European Union now has a very big concern about any scenario that could lead to the collapse of NATO. This is the biggest concern for Europeans right now. So what do I think Europeans want now? They are just trying to buy more time, trying to delay any possible end to the war in Ukraine, and also trying to delay any potential American invasion of Jarilat. Until when? Until there is a change in America, in America's leadership. There are countries like France or like Germany and Britain that believe Trump is only a temporary president, that his role will end soon, and that America will return again to protect Europe. So now they just want to buy time until this change happens. That's it. On the other hand, today, will America really invade Greenland militarily and repeat it in one way or another? That successful scenario that happened in Venezuela? There are things everyone should know today. Because Greenland is a completely different situation. I mean, if America created a pretext to arrest Maduro and widely promoted it today for Greenland, there is no pretext at all. The invasion would be illegal and would not get the approval of the American Congress. America once again appears to be overriding all international laws by force, even within the American military. Today, they completely oppose the idea. Even the people of Greenland totally refuse to be Americans, which means the matter is rejected. Even internally, it's rejected. So, what does Trump want? Why is he talking about a plan to assign this file to the American Special Forces? The reality is that Trump is playing a very clever diplomatic game. Right now, he's putting pressure on the Europeans, pressuring the local leaders of Greenland, and instilling fear in the hearts of the people of Greenland. That there is a bloody war coming, a bloody war that could start if the island doesn't join America, and that America is absolutely determined to do this. That's it, there's no turning back from this goal. At the same time, he also appoints his personal envoy, Jeff Landry, to be in direct negotiations with the leaders of Greenland. The secret now lies in these negotiations taking place between Jeff Landry and the leaders of Greenland. Because what do the people and leaders of Greenland want? Do they want independence? Do they want to be independent? They are neither Danish nor American. They want their own country, and they want to have an independent state called Greenland. America doesn't reject this. Trump doesn't reject it. What Trump wants is for this new country, when it's declared, to be affiliated with America. It revolves around America, supports America's policies, and is completely distant from the Europeans' plans, the liberals, and so on. He also wants the rule of this country to be a nationalist rule. And what Trump also wants is to control Greenland's wealth, for this oil, water, and all the rare natural resources now found in Greenland to be under the management and control of America. This is exactly the secret behind these negotiations. If an agreement is reached within this framework, then we will see Greenland's leaders announcing independence from Denmark. First, the declaration of an independent state called Greenland, and we will see America as the first country in the world to officially recognize it. Then, we will see significant American support for this new state. Security support. At that point, we will see a military and security agreement that places this island under American military protection. This scenario achieves all of America's goals in Greenland and fulfills all of America's objectives in the Arctic region. At the same time, it meets the goals and demands of the people of Greenland. America will be seen by the people of Greenland as their supportive savior, helping them achieve their dream of independence. At that point, Trump will become a hero to the people of Greenland. This will even serve America's soft power in Greenland in the coming phase, and it will allow America to control Greenland in a natural and secure way. Now, even the Europeans today are not as afraid of losing Greenland to America as they are of the collapse of NATO. Therefore, when this agreement happens between America and the leaders of Greenland, the Europeans will have no choice but to withdraw from Greenland, fearing the collapse of NATO. So, the secret now is only about what is happening between Jeff Landry and the leaders of Greenland. If the agreement is updated, that's it. Greenland will become American. In any case, the decision is already settled today, and Trump is now waiting. Today, he is just waiting for the results of Jeff Landry's work. The only question that remains is how this scenario will affect Europe. Is the European Union really starting to collapse? I mean, in silent steps? That is the question. Answer us in the comments below this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Peace be upon you and goodbye.